Hey everyone, so this video tutorial is about shoulder bag. It's going to be so simple but so classy and bougie style of the shoulder bag, and it's also a granny square, so that's again 70s beautiful never getting old style. I'm going to use the all-in-one granny square. I have already showed you everything in my last video of how to make a granny square. So this is my last granny square of the 12 of each. We are going to need 12 squares for this granny bag, and that's amazing. It's just one ball of yarn, so that's perfect. And each square is going to be 6 inches in the length and like 6 by 6. So let's get started and understand the like how it's going to be. So let's construct it. So let's make a space here. We have the left side. We are going to make a triangle using one of our granny square coaster. So one here, one just below that, and here we are putting one wrong side and the right side as well, because it's going to be two sides. Okay, and it's going to be much easier when you have the rough idea of how and where your squares are going to be. So we are going to need 6 squares with the triangle in half, so that also amazing. It's going to be a less stitch, so instead of making half of two triangles, I thought to just fold it and make it easier from the both side. So that's how we are going to make everything, like fold it the bottom sides and fold it from the right side and then fold it to the left side. That's how we are going to need 12 granny squares. Look at that, it's already adorable. Now to seam this each squares, we are going to use whip stitch, but not using both the loops. Instead we are going to use a single strand to get that beautiful texture of the seam in between the two squares. So and before that, I would like to show you the finished product, how our bag is going to look at the end of this video tutorial. And this is how it's going to look. We are going to use a solid white super saver color. It's going to be a soft white shade to make our handle, and for the handles we are going to use half double crochet. Look at that, how beautiful is it. And um, to sew it, I'm using my steel yarn needle, and will always sew from the back side. So while this is our front side, back side is going to be something like this. We'll mix this together, and let me show you how we are going to work. Since this 3 and this 3, we need to look for the middle part. So this is the middle part of this, and this is the middle part of this one. So I just need to make sure that we are matching this loops together. All right, we are matching this loops together. So here we are with our third and this loop. Whip stitch is like pretty much very simple. We are going to do 2 times in the very first one so that we can secure our first stitch. It's not gonna bother you much of the time. Now let's get started with our very first one. Not too tight, not too loose. Keep it consistent so that your stitches looks even from the front side. Just want to show you after doing this much of the part. So you see, we are joining. We are not joining both of the loop together. Instead we are joining only this loop. So for this one this loop, and for this one this up top side of the loops. I hope that's clear. Let's continue doing that and let's do stitching finished. So now these two squares are joined. I'm going to keep this yarn with me and look at that. This is how it's gonna look. We have finished our stitches till here, right? And look at that, we are only working with our front side. So if you like put your patterns and like this unstitched part of the granny squares like this, it's just easier to not lose what we are stitching through. So since I have already joined this and I have like a lot of yarn here, I can go and continue joining this one. So to join this and this, I will just do simply fold it and two right side together, and I now have the wrong side, and I'll again start working with the middle part of that loop, join them, it's joined already, and now work in the same way how we worked. Now this is also done, and look at that, so much easier. Just need to join in. Now we still have enough yarn to join one more square, so it's up to you whether you wanna go this side or this side. So I'm just gonna go this side. So to do that, what I'll do is I will simply unfold it and put it here, and let's get started with working in the same way how we worked with our last two. Find the middle part, join them together just like this, perfect, and continue stitching through the whip stitch. Okay, that too is done. So unfold and like this, perfect. Now since our yarn is now over, let's get another piece of the yarn. And let's start from here, this side, and attach this two together. So fold it, opposite side, take all together, and find the middle portion. Two times in the first one. If you wish to tie a knot, just go for it. I'm going to take this with the whip stitches further to reduce the weaving ends at the end. This one is also done. Let's join this one here, and to do that, flip it, put the right side all together, and start working from here, middle part, secure it, there we go, and continue working like how we are working all the time. This portion is also done. Look at that, how fast we are able to complete this bag, and so amazing. Now we are here, right? And we still have one more portion right here, so it will come here, and so we are going to join this, flip it all the front side together, and let's get started. Find the middle portion of this, start joining. So we are done till here, so let's cut another yarn and let's start joining from here, this side, so we can even go further back side and we can work continuously. So to join this two corners here, open it first of all and flip it together, and this is how we have our wrong side, and just start following what we are following. Find the middle portion of this and the one we need to join 2 times to secure the stitches, and there we go. Start working with your loops, chains, whatever you call. Okay, by this time you must be like comfortable doing the seaming, so let's get and seam all these squares of the front side we are looking at, and we'll see you after the front side of this bag seamed together. Look at that, how beautiful is this? So front side is done. Now let's flip this over. Be careful to not lose the spot of that squares. I know it's easier to arrange it, but as just a beginner, just giving you that idea of careful. And now this is flipped over, and as you can see, it's going to be the same procedure. We are going to seam all the squares together just like we have done in the front side. So let's get it done. Whew, wow, finally seaming is done, and look at that, we are only need to get done our handles and these like loose ends. We need to weave in those ends, but I don't know how boring is that for you, but I honestly don't like weaving the ends, so I avoid getting as much as possible. But that's put it aside, and let's get started with our handle. We are going to work in these corners, and we are going to work with the 2 clusters of that squares corner. So let's get through it. Let's make the slip knot and start working our handles. So the slip stitch has been made. Now we are going to use our 5.5 mm hook. As I mentioned, we are going to work from one side to the another side. We are going to join that. So this is our slip knot. Now use the very first double crochet of your first cluster of the right side. We are going to join that using the slip stitch, and we'll make 3 chains. So holding our working yarn, slip stitch, now again working yarn and secure it, 3 chains, 1, 2 and 3. And since it's like triangular, we are going to make the higher one and then double crochet, right? So we are kind of reducing it, like slanting. Now it's going to be our half double crochet, then your single crochet. Since we are in the middle portion, we are going to make 3 single crochets. And now on another side, we are going to have our first half double crochet. We need to increase this side, and then double crochet and treble crochet. You see how I am trying to get our straight line for the second round. So like reducing and then increasing, reducing to the right side and increasing to the left side. And now we are flipping the work, simply making 2 chains, and we are simply creating our half double crochets. So we are going to do that throughout the whole belt. It's going to be 14 and a half approximately. It's of course based on you, but I will keep it a short because the triangle of this design, like shoulder bag of this triangle, is going to be kind of your part of your handles itself. So we don't want to make it too strange kind of thing. So I think 14 and a half inches of this whole belt is going to be perfect size for this one. So let's get through it and just creating the half double crochets throughout the belt for until you reach to the 14 and a half or your desired length for your shoulder bag. All right, so chain 2 and repeat that, just half double crochets throughout it. And I'll see you after 14 inches of this belt. Alright, so we reached to the point where our belt is approximately 14 and a half inches in length, and now we need to join to the other side of this bag. And to make sure, we need to like make the triangle, because the other side of this is going to be a triangle. You cannot join with this like straight line of your half double crochets. So to do that, let's get started with the 3 chains. After 3 chains, we are going to work double crochets, then half double crochets, then 3 single crochets, and again half double crochets, 1 double crochet and 1 treble crochet. This is the same thing how we started when we started the second side, like the other side of the belt. It looks like the conical side and ready to join with our triangle. So we are going to join from the right side of it, and just like that, make sure you are joining using the single crochets and putting the right sides all together like that. Flip it, both right sides are facing each other, and now we are going to first chain one and join with the single crochets till the end of the round. So chain one, single, sorry, slip stitch, and then single crochet to the each side 8 stitches. You see how I'm joining using the single crochets. Look at that. So just go through it and finish the whole row just like that. It's simple, just you need to single crochet and join both the belt and the corner of your bag, single crochets together, and in the corner make sure you are making 3 single crochets in just one corner because of the 3 chains. Okay, like that. I'm weaving in all the loose ends here. Simple, faster, and to make our finished product even prettier. Okay, after sewing all the parts, and now we are going to work with this border right here. If you want, you can also include your handles for the borders, but I'm not going to include that. I'm just going to keep it like that. But I'm going to join my yarn using the slip stitch to the one side of that top of the bag, and after that I'm going to simply use the single crochets to give the border, the thicker border, on the top of the bag, and I'm going to repeat the same thing to the other side as well. And this is kind of the finishing of our shoulder bag, and let's get through it. Single crochets, so we have joined it. Now single crochet one, and then we are going to repeat from here till end of the other side, and then we are going to flip it and repeat the same thing over there as well. Okay, look at that. How beautiful is that? Isn't that adorable and classy? Well, it's perfect piece for your summer wardrobe as well. And amazing part, it's very quick and easy. It looks like it's very lengthy to proceed further, but hey, believe me, it's very much easy. Once your squares are ready, it's easy and it's quick to make. Perfect, beautiful, elegant. Look at that. Okay, thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe my channel, and I'm open for any feedback you have. Take care.